I would first just like to apologise for the lack of content. There's so many reasons as to why I've not been uploading, um, but there's too many to go into, and a lot of them are severely personal, like really personal stuff. Um, but I'm sorry that I've not been uploading. But I have been around, I have been watching, and I have been listening, and I have been reading. And I want to talk to you today about something that I can clearly see happening within the true crime community as when it comes to Sebastian Rogers. When it comes to like a lot of cases actually, but I'm here to talk about Sebastian Rogers. What I see happening is something that could be taken as being it could become dangerous in some cases. Now what's happening is we all know there's no evidence of anything or evidence that the public knows of. The police might know, probably do know a lot more than what we know, but as of yet, we are being told that there's no any evidence to suggest anything when it comes to the disappearance of Sebastian Rogers, right? So obviously, it's natural for people to take that and think, and just, go wild with the theories and everything. But I think what's happening is something that could be dangerous in so many ways. I think, well, I don't think, I know what's happening. Right, what people are doing is they're taking all these plausible theories, like legit plausible theories, like the ones that I've spoke about in the past, like for instance, he had anger issues. What if something had happened at the home? He's got angry for whatever reason. He's freaked out. Something's happened. He's got angry. In the heat of the moment, because he's angry, he's walked out of the house. Because he's angry, he's forgotten his phone, he's forgotten his shoes, and all that type of stuff. That, to me, is a plausible explanation of what could have happened, considering the lad had anger issues. Like, we all have anger issues, and in the heat of the moment, we either do stuff or say stuff that we later regret, or for whatever reason, or like we forget stuff in the heat of the moment because we're angry. But what also if he was in the middle of a meltdown? Something's happened at home, it's caused a meltdown, which is totally different from just getting angry. And in the heat of the moment, in the heat of the meltdown, he's just run off. He's bolted. They say he wasn't a bolter, but he is. He has left the house. He just does go walking by himself. He's been found under neighbour's car, so we know that he's a bolter. So what if in the heat of being angry, in the heat of the moment because he was angry, or in the middle of having a meltdown, he has decided to just leave, and that's why he's forgotten his shoes, he's forgotten his phone, and he's just gone, right? Because he wanted to remove himself from the whatever situation was going on at the house at that moment in time. And also, what if that's what Katie is being cagey about? What if it's that? What if she doesn't want to tell people what happened before he left because she blames herself for it, right? Anyway, that's not my main point in this video. My main point is that, to me, that is a plausible theory. And there are so many plausible theories out there. But what people are doing, a lot of YouTubers, a lot of true crime YouTubers, and specifically one, not going to mention any names, I was just in this lady's live stream. I don't want to start drama. I don't want to start anything online. But I have an opinion, so I'm going to say it. Specifically one paranormal, Neil said paranormal. I did say paranormal, but specifically one true crime YouTuber. What a lot of true crime YouTubers are doing, and they are doing it, they are ignoring these very, very plausible theories for the ones that paint Chris and Katie in a bad light. Now, I don't like Chris. I've spoke about on this channel before why I don't like him, and I doubt very much that I would ever like him, right? But we have to admit that we know nothing, right? Just theories we're coming up with. Even what I've said, just theories, right? But to me, they are plausible theories. And people are ignoring the very plausible theories for the ones that paint Katie in a bad light. I have heard one tonight. This woman that I watched on YouTube suggested at some point that because of Katie's profession that maybe she had the ability to block the signals from the neighbours' cameras, and that's why Sebastian was not caught on CCTV leaving his house. I know I laughed, but I laughed at that theory. I laughed at the theory, right? But we have to admit that this is a very, very serious situation. right? There is a 15-year-old autistic boy that has been missing for way too long. And there's no evidence to suggest anything. And people are coming up with ridiculous things like that. I understand that there's nothing coming out because there's no evidence. So the police aren't releasing any information, not that they would anyway, but nothing new is being released. Nothing new is coming out. So I understand that when nothing new is coming out, people have to find things to talk about. People have to find things to talk about on their YouTube channel for obvious reasons. I'm not going to go into it, right? But that's what they do. And because of that, I think that's one of the reasons why people are coming up with whackpot theories and running with them. And they're doing it, and they're while doing it, they are ignoring the plausible theories. The legit plausible theories, situations that could have actually happened, in favour of the ones that just paint Katie and Chris in the bad light. It's happening. That's what they're doing. That's what people on YouTube are doing. And it's because it's sensational. It's noteworthy. It's newsworthy. It's sensational. Because when it comes down to them, it creates drama, and and that in turn creates views. So they ignore the plausible theories, and they go for the whackpot theories that paint Chris and Katie in a bad light, regardless of how whackpotty they are, right? And it's just wrong. I think you're actually doing Sebastian harm. I think you're embarrassing yourselves. It's okay to have theories. It's not okay to insinuate those theories as fact. And I said insinuate. I didn't say that you are saying it. I said you're insinuating. Just let me point that out and make that very clear before anybody says anything, because it is not the same. You are insinuating things. You're insinuating things to drive the fucking views. I'm sorry for swearing. I tried to say it in a comedic way, as to not. I just didn't want this video to be like that. I'm trying to hold everything down and hold things back, because it really is pissing me off that people are coming out with these whackpot theories and pushing it and insinuating as if they could have happened when no, they couldn't have. Really? A jammer to jam the signals of the neighbour's CCTV just so she could get rid of Sebastian. It's ridiculous. It is. It's ridiculous. But that's just my thoughts on things that have been going on around Sebastian Rogers and his case and him being missing. It's incredibly sad. They feel a need to perform, to drive the views. That's one of the main problems with certain YouTubers of all corners of YouTube, not just true crime. But that's what's happening. People are ignoring the plausible theories for the whackpot theories, just because those whackpot theories paint Chris and Katie in a bad light, and that is what's bringing views to their channel. Just my opinion. It's just my opinion.